Well, good evening, Grand Rising, beautiful, melanated, original, whatever you respectfully call yourself, people. I just wanted to come in here because you know Cicely Tyson is gone. Cicely Tyson. If any of you know Cicely Tyson, you have to go to my YouTube page because I'm getting ready to share some pictures with her about her. Hey, you and see the boss. I'm getting ready to show you Cicely Tyson. Hold on. We've been eating and everything. There go the many faces of Cicely Tyson. So the history on Cicely Tyson. She is America's actress. She broke stereotypes. And one thing about Cicely Tyson is she was not a sellout. She didn't sell her people out. She refused to do roles. Hey, beautiful melanated people. She refused to do roles that demeaned black women. I don't know if you knew that, or black people. She didn't do. She refused to take any type of role. So, good evening, Kathy. I was going to go live tomorrow, but I had to jump in here. I said, let me jump on. Everybody's talking about Cicely Tyson, and we know she was about 96 years old, and she was excellent example of a black queen. But as I said, 2021, I think on my Facebook, I mean on my yes, shout out to the Queen Thumbs game. Shout out to Cicely Tyson, the Queen. I just wanted to get in here and say that because our Queen is gone, but she left so much. She left so much. She left so much. Salutations, Bugani. Okay, you finished it all? Okay. Cicely Tyson, she refused to do any roles that demean black women or a black stereotype. Why we can't do that? How did we get from women like, yes, Bugatti, she was great. How did we get like that? You see, because we are selling ourselves short. You have to demand your dignity. You have to demand. She is an example. She didn't have to fight and this and that. She just refused to do certain things. She refused to sell herself out. She refused to give herself less. Hi, Jennifer. Long time no see. I was talking about our Cicely Tyson. I'm on Instagram and I'm on YouTube. Cicely Tyson is gone, but I was saying how she was America's actress. And if you read up on her, she had, I think, 11 Emmy nominations, and she refused to do roles that demeaned black women or black people, period. She refused to do those roles. And that says something. She broke stereotypes back in 1970 when you know it was more racist than it is now. They were more free to be racist back then, you know, and she didn't sell herself out. So why can't we follow those same examples? Because it's sad that we are leaving an example, because who else is left? Where are we going to get another Cicely Tyson? Huh? Who else is left to give us an example? Who else is left to take on Hollywood and tell Hollywood no? Are we forever now? We just gave up? Cicely Tyson and many others showed us an example of how we don't have to lower our standards for the white dollars. You can play this game of America, but you don't have to leave your standards, your ethics as black, melanated, original, whatever you respectfully call yourself, people. We are forgetting who we are. We act like we're just like everybody else. We get the same opportunities, and we don't. When we have opportunities, we got to climb hills, jump fences, and do everything. Yeah, Bugani on YouTube said there's so many actors that have sold out. Yes. You know, we love Halle Berry, but what made Halle Berry get her awards when she had to get naked for them? Not trying to be funny. because they set the rules. They set the rules and the standards. So they get to write the rules. They own the platforms and they set the rules and they standards. And then in order for us to get in the door, they like, okay, tell me what y'all got. Show me just how much you will demean yourself to come on in here to this white platform. You get what I'm saying? So Cicely Tyson, like I said, is an example of queen power, black power, and just basically taking a stand for something. Stand for something, black people. They dangle the meat in front of us and they saying in order for you to eat, drink, and sleep, you have to deny what is going on with your people and you have to sell yourselves out. Good evening, Black Love. Yes, may she rest in peace. But if you look her up, I'm just came in here for about 5 minutes to just say this about Cicely. Look her up. Look up why she was famous. Look at the times she came from. We're supposed to be advanced, and she had to stand up for her rights back then. And she refused to take Hollywood's money for demeaning roles. That was what she stood for. Are y'all going to refuse to take money? And all her acting is like she was the forever grandmother, the forever great aunt, that forever queen, that forever wisdom. Every movie she played is like she was the same character, ready to give wisdom, ready to give something. Are we receiving it? What are we doing with it? You know, what are you individually doing? Our elders are turning into our ancestors, and our ancestors and our elders and our ancestors, they led the way. We don't need to keep going astray. Look at us as a people. I don't care what the other races say or what they're doing. We need to look at us because we have no example right now. The examples like Cicely Tyson, or what are we waiting for? We don't have another Martin Luther King that arise. We don't have another Malcolm X. We don't have another Harriet Tubman. We're not going to have another Cicely Tyson. Are we doomed as people? When are you going to be the next example? We're looking at all these people that we know that has went on, but when are we going to be the next example? Who's going to replace Cicely Tyson? Look at what we're leaving. Look at what we're doing. Look at what we're spending our time entertaining ourselves on. That lets the white society that rules us, that rules everything, say no, you got to do this and do that, and this and that to get this role. Cicely Tyson cannot be replaced. And I hope that are we raising, where did she get that tenacity from? Where did she get her mind to say, no, I'm not going to take no demeaning roles? Where did it stem from? It had to stem from her household. What was she proud of? Good evening, Vanessa, on YouTube. What was Cicely proud of? Like I said, research your history. Research your people. Our elderly people, our ancestors, our people that are with us now, our black queens and kings that's been trying to pave the way to be an example. We should all be doing our best so that they can see the best of their lives while they're alive. So many of our leaders, we're cheering them on, but they weren't being cheered on when they were alive. I'm sorry, even myself, that we're talking about it. What do we have the interviews that show why she said that she would not take demeaning roles? Where black people were we interested into these type of women? Are we interested into those standards? That's right. Hit the like, share. Thank you, Kathy. Like, share, subscribe. What standards? Cicely Tyson had an excellent legacy and standard about herself. What standards do we have that we're leaving? When our kids get grown and get our age, what are we going to be saying? Who they going to have? Who's their Cicely Tyson? What Cicely Tyson is being raised now? Because everybody right now is twerking and doing everything else. Because we, as this generation has been lost. And we need to pull it back together. You know, hey, Nikki. We have been conditioned not to have pride in ourselves. It seems worse nowadays, we have no value in ourselves and in each other. All people value is the white man's coins. That's right, because right now attached to the white man's coins, we think that's the way we get food, because we're not taught to have our, hey Brandon Cruising, and hey Sylvia Arnold, and hey Kevin, all y'all on Instagram and on YouTube. Yes, we have been conditioned to believe that our food comes from the grocery stores, and not that we work. We think that we're working because we're going to go in there, go play. Okay. Who? What? But we are. Who did? Who did? Okay. But we are programmed to believe our food comes from a grocery store. We're programmed to think we're going to a white man's job because this was his dream. His dream was so big that the first white man's dream was to build a platform so big that it only benefited him and his people, and he only saw the people that look like us, as the servants to build that dream. And now that his platform is so big that we believe that everything we get has to come from the white man's store. Because if the nature got involved and them stores was tore down, do you know how to plant? Where is your standards? We're taught to entertain, eat, go to work, and we're living this dream that is not conducive to our existence as melanated people. We keep on. It's a tragedy. It's sad that we losing Cicely Tyson, because who else is going to play those roles? Who we got next? Because everybody wants to be Cardi B and Meg Thee Stallion. Nobody wants to be Cicely Tyson. Everybody is dancing and shaking and doing all this for the white man's coins, because he owns everything. Until we know that we can walk away from everything he's owned, he cannot keep up this system without your participation. So it's time to walk away from the plantation so we can salvage what's left, so that we can have other Cicely Tysons that's proud of who they are. Nobody is proud of who they are, because everything that we represent now as Black people is embarrassed. They put it on us and we wear it. They said we welfare queens, we wear it. We don't want no, they said we ain't got no husbands, even though we was the only people who had 2-parent households till the 70s. They said we the welfare queens and we got baby daddies. We ain't got fathers and husbands, and we say, have my baby daddy. We do everything they say we do. They said, no, we don't want Bill Cosby. We don't want all these shows that's going to show positivity. We want love and hip hop, and we want all this other stuff. And we say, we do too, massa. When they say, no, we don't want no positive Black people that's going to show you to go to college, like Different World and all that stuff. We're going to give you the white shows that show you the positivity, so you can continue to look up to all these other pale people. And we get rid of your shows, but we'll give you some entertainment. We'll give you the gangster movies that show you how to shoot each other and how to really get down. Well, who else is going to be our Cicely Tyson? What are we raising for the next future? Because you're the one that's in the next future. So who are you? Baby Esther, how are you? On YouTube, question: did Cicely Tyson take that vaccine? I don't know, and you know they won't say nothing, honey. I was wondering it myself, but you know she was still older, so you know they not go. People not going to say if they did or if they don't, because if they did, they don't. You know, everybody's scared. The government making sure everybody shut up, and they trying to change it. Even though every time the truth is before our eyes, here come the magicians, the white magicians coming to like, no, you don't see what you see. You don't hear what you hear. Hear what we hear. Hear what we want you to hear, and see what we want you to see. You know, so we can't say nothing about that. Then you know, they and then most Black people ain't gonna tell the truth that they took it, because if something happened, they don't want to be looking like a fool. Tanya Ellison. That's why I love watching you, because you're honest and you're not afraid to state the facts. I love you, Queen. You are my motivation. Thank you. I love all y'all, because without y'all, I wouldn't be here. You know, because I want to talk facts to us, because I'm trying to build this nation. And it's really, are you tired of living this way? Are you tired of the the role models they pranced before you. See, Cicely Tyson was in a world of her own before they realized that they can program us through TV. So they stopped putting themselves there, even though we don't own, and they put the black faces there. See, they used to wear blackface and then act all a fool. But then they found out they ain't had to wear blackface. All they needed to do was hire blackface. Okay, what is on it? It's broke. It is? Okay. Y'all go sit down. They only had to hire black faces. They ain't had to dress up in blackface no more. Cause they got you and you. Y'all ain't Cicely Tyson's no more. See, Cicely Tyson and the rest of them wouldn't do them type of movies. Cicely Tyson would never. But y'all will, because y'all want to wear the bag. Y'all want the bag. Y'all want to wear your slave master names, and then you want to make sure that you could go buy. You want all the labels. Those are not designer labels. Those are slave master names. Know your history. At one point, you were forced. That's why my name is Tina. I am black as I don't know what. I should not be called Tina. That's a European name. But because those that took over us control the language and everything, none of us are English people. Zyla, stop that screaming. None of us are English people, you know? But somehow we play like this is normal the way that our societies are set up right now. You're not the next Cicely Tyson because they're trying to show you Cicely Tyson would never do the stuff that you do. That's why they had to make sure we stay uneducated, make sure that they don't understand how the bad stereotypes that from the music to the movies that we play and the music that we say are used to program all of us that go to work every day so that we can be going to work just dancing, partying. Oh, I need to get through the day. Throw on that young Jeezy, this and that. You know what I'm saying? I'm not knocking our brothers and sisters that have made money, but I am knocking because it comes to a point in time where as a race we need to grow the fuck up. You know what I'm saying? Whoa. Thank you, this row on Instagram, dancer queen. Hey, on Instagram. It's time that, okay. What are y'all doing? Oh my God, you turned over all the bowls. But it's time that we grow up as a race. It's time to grow up and stop acting like children. They gave us children fairy tales. They gave us fairy tales, which was their religions and all the fake hope. And then they turned around and gave us fairy tales to feed to our children. So it was women like Cicely Tyson. If those women could have still had voices, they would have said no. We wouldn't have all this other messed up music and stuff. But they found out a way that they can get us in and destroy us by using us to destroy us. Because they took every ounce of pride from our black kings. And they took every ounce of strength from the black queen to where she over here weak. I don't want no black man no more. And the king, his pride gone. So in order for him to get up, the white man said, you can have everything but your pride. So the black man run around getting the things that the white man have. His woman, even though your mind don't tell you that if you keep splitting your seeds, you are splitting yourself up. It takes good soil to get good soil to grow good things. You know what I'm saying? But what are you? What are you? What are you? Cicely Tyson demanded respect by saying no. By being unapologetically black. Be one. That's what we should be. We don't want. I'm just wondering. Like I said, look at the shows. I guess I know who the next Cicely Tyson. What is his name? Tyler Perry. I guess Medea is, because that's who I guess that will. Cause what other serious older black woman are representing black women now? Maya Angelou and her Cicely Tyson used to play in movies together. They weren't playing. They acted so good because they was fucking real. You know? They were trying to get you to be that way. Even though our brothers, y'all keep on screaming. Even though our brother, Tyler Perry gave them some more spotlight. Even though our brother Tyler Perry gave them some more spotlight. Notice who was running Hollywood is the problem. The music industry is the problem. Because we can't reach our people. As soon as we trying to talk to our people, they making sure another one of us that look like us is playing the song saying F all that black stuff. Get my gun, get ready, go hunt a Negro. But your mind don't tell you the person that don't look like you is the one who is disrespecting you more than your homeboy that you're shooting and you doing a drive-by. The new race is cowards. Because you can't even fight as a warrior no more with your hand. You do something, you getting a gun and basically closing your eyes and you throwing bullets. And now that they done normalized drive-bys and all this other BS that we do to get our pride on, y'all think it's okay. It's just normal to get shot. It's just normal to do drive-by. Now and then when the people doing drive-by, now they putting badges on them and teardrops on their face because they think they done did something. Even though you done did a coward move. They done taught you to be cowards like them. They done took the black man's pride and taught you to be cowards. Taught you to be even scared to stand up and say you're a black man and your race is in trouble and you need to do something about it. They done taught the queens that don't pay nothing, that no attention, because right now they trying to reel the queens to sleep so that we can start being enticed by the white man. They got our black man hating us so much. And they got everybody else hating us, and we so unprotected, they want us to run to the white man, but never. They can't handle these black queens. We were made for our kings. We were made to speak the strength. And when we put the strength in them, then the kings go. Do you know our people made the chessboard? We made the chessboard. Y'all sit up here and play this thing and don't even realize what you're doing. The chessboard, the queen is the baddest piece on the board. And the white man got you hushing and telling you that you the head of the house. No, you the kid together. Without the gun and the bullet together, the gun is not no problem. The bullet is no problem, but together they're dangerous. The king is the gun, the woman is the bullet. Y'all have to understand this. We were strategically separated. They want you to keep being ignorant so you won't team up against their ass, against this messed up system. They always, and then they tell you what, that's why they always fearing for their life. They always fearing for their life. They need to get people like Cicely Tyson out the way. That's why they ain't really, they are America's actress, but yet she had to demand no demeaning roles. They okay, well, we'll go give it to the other ones. We'll give it to the other hungry ones because they done kept us so hungry so long. We're like, yes, sir, master, we'll take it. We need that money. And then by the time we get the good life and we living over there, we forget about our brothers and sisters. I got hollering kids, y'all. I got 8th grade kids, and they forever jumping on each other. But this is our future. You know? We gaining traction through music, athletes, Hollywood, stock market, and all that. We will keep pushing. They portray us being ignorant, but they know the masses of us are hip to the game. We saw it today. That's right. We hip it. Everybody being hip, but they ain't gave us a place to gather together, and that's why we creating a nation, our United Nations, so we can unite all our black organizations and people. Because the thing is, our organizations and people keep fighting the fight by separate. We have to know what are we fighting for together. We're fighting for dignity, strength, and our peace, our separation back. That's what we're fighting for. The right to be human. Do you look around? They have the right to do whatever they want, write their rules or whatever, and they want to entice us. That's right. We must build up. They want to entice us to degrade and demean ourselves. Remember that word. And if you anything about Cicely Tyson, you remember, don't be entertained like the white people. Don't be in the white person's seat. Because to them, all of us, everything we do, even our marching and crying, is entertainment to them. They are entertained. And we keep going in there like, okay, this didn't work. Whoo, massa. Okay, we gonna march. Okay, Master said don't march no more. Don't look threatening when we march. Okay, we gonna march with our hands up. Oh, Master said we can't breathe. We can't, it's like just like how George Floyd died, we actually stand around and watch them murder us over and over again. And our human instinct is in our heart to protect ourselves, but they made sure they wrote a rule for that. They made rules around our human instincts and around our humanity. And the only way to get over this is to have some dignity. Do not let them demean you. By any means necessary, hold your head up, keep your dignity. Oh, thank you, Kathy. That's right. Email the nation of Alkebulan. That's key. Remember the key word, Alkebulan, ALKEBULAN, the nation of Alkebulan. We are putting together a United Nations. If they can unite, we can unite. That's what we're missing as people. It's nothing wrong. They have always made us always trying to be in different groups and standing out. We're forever going to be different. Think about Wakanda. They respected the differences, even at the end of Wakanda when they didn't want to fight the battle together. But they knew that if they did not fight the battle together, that means the destruction of everything and the destruction of the world. The way the world is running right now, it's not good for me or you to breathe the air or drink the water. That's because the powers that be, the ice monkeys, are holding all the power, so they get to say who goes in the ocean, this and that. But when everything effed up, we get to say we dying, we polluting, we need to clean up the ocean. But we don't get to enjoy the earth like the rest of them. So we need to get a space of our own, and we need to show them us not being the ghetto that they named us. We already their lower class, so we're not calling ourselves the lower class anymore. We're calling ourselves the nation, the United Nations of Alkebulan. And we asking that y'all join us so that we can have a platform where we all are one. I don't care if you're Christian. I don't care if you're LBGT. I don't care if you're in the NAACP. I don't care what you are. If you us, then we need to team up. We need to do this different. This been going on years. We don't need to, we're going to wait till we become a Cicely Tyson. Are we going to make it to 90-some years old? Our people dropping like flies left and right. Like I said, her legacy is a blessing, but it's something that we need to not just look at and be entertained by people, but look at what she stood for. She stood for no nonsense when it came down to her elegance, her blackness, her melanin. She would not let them use her to fool y'all. She would not let them use her to look demeaning and weak. That's what they do to us. And then the only thing they give us as strength is being drug dealers and, I could tweet and I could do this. Everything demeaning, they don't mind us to have that power. But when it comes down to real power and real unity, there's a problem somewhere. So again, I'm gonna get off of here. Hey, come here. Let me just show y'all what I deal with. Come here, little girl. What is my lotion? Let me see. No, this is one of them. This is who you hear scream. This is the loudest one in the house, and she's the littlest one in the house. Look at the face that this tell you. Say hi. Say bye. Bye. So you gonna be good? You are? But this is what I'm saying. We got our own children we gotta protect. Why do little white children get protection off the birth, off the top? Wherever they go to in their neighborhoods, they're protected. They ain't got to worry about the police hunting them down. They ain't got to worry about their color. But our children do, and it's a reality check every morning. They took our R&B groups and gave us gangster rap. Our children used to sit around, and there was a time when there was separation of music from the children. It ain't nothing separated now. Children can stumble across anything, and then they tell you as parents to do this, do that. How we gonna do it? They go to school, then we blaming each other for how our children is. No, we need to blame the parents of America. Our government parents are dysfunctional and unfit, and it's time for us to get new parents. We need to parent ourselves. Because the things they have planned for our children is so that their children can benefit. When their children gets older, their children are off the top prepared to rule and manage and run corporations. That's why they're in private schools, not with your children. And don't get fooled about the little poor whites that you run into. That's just 90% of white people. You could go out the door, own everything. And the rest of us is struggling with the rest of the 10%. And the black people, we all at the bottom. Their kids off the top are prepared to be rulers. Our kids, they got plans for our black girls to be called angry and this and that and a threat. They got plans for our little black boys and stuff. They got plans for them. We gonna change them plans. Thank y'all. I have to get her because, honey, she be screaming and fighting everybody in the house. Gone. She's satisfied now. So they got plans for us. But we got plans for us too. Like I said, this next 4 years, when this next 4 years run around, we are a nation. Once we are already a nation. But in this next 3 years, I'm hoping that our force is something to be reckoned with, to show that we can function on our own without the oppressors, tricks, and games that set up to destroy us. Okay? Y'all have a beautiful, blessed night. And now I know I'm supposed to be on Monday, Wednesdays, and Fridays. And don't forget about this weekend, I'm going to be in the WOW conference. And then on Sundays, y'all email the nation of our Kibulon, because our meetings are Sunday, 12 p.m. Central Standard Time. I might be late this weekend, y'all, because I'm doing that conference. But it's usually 12 p.m. Central Standard Time. And the meetings is 1 p.m. Eastern Time on Sundays. Sundays, right now we're changing, but Sundays, So y'all come on and join. So, because right now we are making, I'm not saying nothing is perfect, but somebody got to do something. We got to find out what went wrong with all our leaders. What went wrong with all our leaders is that all our leaders didn't come together as one. You could be separate leaders everywhere you at, black people. Y'all pass this on. You could be separate leaders. All we need to do is just have a united place. We haven't called ourselves a united group. Everybody wants to be a group or a militant group. I'm putting it together. Our nation is putting it together. So we ask y'all to just email and let's talk about how we're going to change. We're trying to get land and everything to get things together so that we can rotate dollars in our own neighborhood, our own nation, our own communities. The communities that we're in belongs to them. That's why the police can come and shoot us on the streets of their communities. If we don't have a change and we don't try to change nothing for ourselves, they're not going to change nothing. And ain't no savior came and changed us. The savior lives in us. So y'all have a beautiful, blessed day. Remember, Cicely Tyson did not let them demean her character. Don't let your character continue to be demeaned. And don't get me wrong. I love the entertainment. I look at Love and Hip Hop. I look at Meg. I listen to Meg Thee Stallion. I don't want y'all to think I'm so woke that I'm crazy. But the thing is, we're only being fed entertainment. We have to bring the balance. It has to be balance. They want everybody to be a rapper or this or a bad bitch or this and that because that's the only thing easy and enticing. Because to be something else, you got to go through the white supremacy ropes and their what is it? What do they call it? A game or whatever. You got to go through all that mess to be something. So it's easier to be the drug dealer. It's easier to get on a substance and be out of this world all the time. It's easier to do the stuff that destroys you than to do the stuff that fights you. I mean, that will help your future. Because sometimes when you're fighting for something, you might not, I guess our leaders have never seen the benefits of their seeds. Martin Luther King, we yelled this and that, but it's a disgrace. He did not get to see the benefits of his seed. We yelled Malcolm X, but he didn't get to see the benefits of his seed. We say Marcus Garvey, he didn't get the benefit of his seed. We say Frances Cress Welsing, she didn't get the benefit of her seed. So that's why a lot of people don't want to be black leaders, because you think it's going to be a long time. If we all get on, let our leaders, let our people see their work while they're alive. We got another one, Claude Anderson. He's writing these books. He's been doing stuff forever. We need to support those that have put the stepping stones out for us to pave a new path. So, like I said, this day we remembering Cicely Tyson for being our queen, and for never not giving in to the society role for their white dollars. Peace. Mm-hmm. Peace, people.